So I'm gonna try to run through this quickly. Excuse me, hopefully my kids don't interrupt. Alright, let's see. So I've seen a lot of questions about the difference in the races, the classes. Is there specific classes that are best for certain races? And as far as talking about professions too, if there are certain professions that are good for specific races or classes, either one. So we're going to take a look at the Alliance side of this video. Okay, so the Alliance races and classes. Obviously, you have your human, you have your male or female, of course. I'm a woman, I always make women, no offense to men, but even if I was a man, I'd probably still make female, because you're staring at her ass 90% of the time. That's just my take on it. Anyway, humans. Click on more info here. Humans have increased haste, critical strike, mastery, and versatility. They have a bonus to reputation gains, and they can break out of stun effects. So obviously, they don't have anything special going on here. I'll explain that on one of them that does. They can be warriors, which are tanks or melee damage. I'm not sure if I'm saying that properly, but tank. They're tanks. They can wear all the way up to your plate armor, all the above. Paladins are tanks. They're just like a warrior, but they can heal also. They can be a hunter. Obviously, you have your little side pet to help you. You can only wear leather, I believe, is as high as you can go as a hunter. This is the one I prefer for beginners. I'll make a video on that too and explain why. Rogue. Rogues can only wear cloth. They're more stealthy, you know. Melee damage only. Priests are healers. I believe they can only wear cloth. They also have lots of spells for your ranged damage. Mages are the same, range damage. I believe they can only wear cloth. Warlock is similar to the hunter, but their skills aren't as good in my opinion as the hunter. I've tried doing a warlock and yeah, no. They work with a lot of magic. They do have the different minions and stuff that can run with them, but, you know, is what it is. Monks are tanks, healers, or melee damage, so they're all the way around. They don't really have any, like, range damage skills, but there's your monk. Okay, so and then your Death Knight. They're tank or melee. So, they cannot be a shaman, a druid, or a demon hunter. Now, let's go ahead and skip to that real quick. As far as demon hunters go, the only thing that can be them are your elves. Your night elf on the Alliance side is the only one that can be a demon hunter. And of course, you have to have a certain level character on that realm in order to unlock the demon hunter. So we'll go ahead and go through the Night Elf real quick. Same thing. Warrior. We've already explained that. Tank or melee. Your hunter. Your rogue. Your priest. Your mage. They cannot be shamans. They cannot be paladins. They cannot be warlocks. They can be monks. Druids. Druids are tanks, healers, range damage, or melee damage. They do it all. They can shapeshift into their own animals. Cats, bears, etc. They can call upon the powers of nature. They are truly hybrids. I mean, they are cool. And then, of course, your Death Knight. Now, when it comes to the Night Elves, they can fade into the shadows. They're a lot more difficult to hit. Let's see, they have a natural resistance to nature damage. They have a faster movement speed when they're stealthed than like the rogue. The rogue can be stealth, but they move really slow. They have, night elves also have faster attacks at night, and they have an increased critical chance during the day. So, okay, dwarves. Dwarves can take on stone form. They have increased effects from critical strikes. They are resistant to frost damage. They find archaeology. They find additional archaeology fragments and survey faster. So obviously archaeology is something that the dwarves are really good at. That's a profession. I don't have archaeology on any of my toons, I don't believe. Okay, so they can be the warrior, the paladin, the hunter, the rogue. We've been over all those. The priest, shaman. Shamans are healers or ranged damage or melee damage. They do it all. They can call in spiritual power to restore injured allies, use totems to disable enemies, heal or deal damage. They can be mages, warlocks, monks, or death knights. Okay, so the little gnome, isn't it so cute as a death knight? Okay, they can be warriors, hunters, rogues, priests, mage, warlock, monk, or obviously the death knight. Now, when it comes to your gnomes, as far as professions go, they automatically have an engineering skill increase. Okay, they attack faster. They're resistant to arcane damage. So that's when it comes to professions, that's where they differ from everybody else. They have a higher engineering skill. The Draenei. The Draenei can be the warrior, paladin, hunter, priest, shaman, mage, monk, death knight. My highest level character is a Draenei hunter, and I absolutely love her. As far as professions go, their jewel crafting skill is increased. They can heal themselves or others over time. They come with a natural healing ability that has nothing to do with like which class you are. The Draenei themselves have a natural healing spell that comes with them. And they're resistant to shadow damage. The Worgen. Their critical chance is increased. They're resistant to nature and shadow damage. When it comes to them, as far as professions, their skinning skill and speed is increased. So skinning and leatherworking would be perfect for them. They can be warriors, hunters, rogues, priests, mage, warlock, druid, or death knight. Now, as you just seen there, only 2 on the Alliance side can be druids. The Worgen can. And it was what? The Night Elf? Yep, the Night Elf can be a druid. Nothing else can be a druid. That's it. So, Night Elf and Worgen are the only 2 that can be druids. Your Night Elf and we're not talking about Horde, I know, but your elves are the only ones that can be a demon hunter. Now, any of them can be a Death Knight. That's a heroic class. Paladins, humans, dwarves, Draenei, and that's it for paladins. So certain races can be certain classes, certain races cannot be certain classes. So think about that when you are creating your toon. That's just something to take into consideration. Also, when you're creating your toon, think about the professions that you want, because obviously some of them are better at specific professions compared to other ones. Now, the Pandaren can be Alliance or Horde. You get to choose that at the end. They can put enemies to sleep with a touch of their hand. Their inner peace means twice as much rested experience. So if you go in an inn, you can rest and regain your strength and stuff faster in an inn where you're actually resting. Well, they get there twice as fast. They have increased benefits from eating food. Now, here's your profession. Their cooking skill is increased. Okay, they can be warriors, hunters, rogues, priest, shaman, mage, monk, or obviously the Death Knight. So, okay, the point in this video was to just give you a little bit more about the Alliance, races and classes, what they can and cannot be. As far as the different professions even go, the fact that some of them are better at certain professions compared to other ones. Okay? So I hope that helps you out a little bit. We can dive deeper into professions in another video also. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a message at the bottom comment. Leave me a comment, and we'll go over that, and we'll see we'll see how that works out. Okay? Alright, so I will be back shortly with the Horde side of the races and classes explained.